I was just listening to the brother, and I was just listening to him as far as pertaining to time, and I just wanted to touch on that. You know, I want to get this right with y'all. Man, time doesn't exist. It does not exist. Right now,
only clocks do. Facts.
They'll say right now on the East Coast it's 10:43 p.m. on the East Coast. But if you got to start to think, what I like to do is I like to follow the way my ancestors. We like to use nature. See, right now, you ask a bird what time it is, it'll be like, I don't know. It could care less because it's simply gonna do what it's got to do when it's got to do in its sequence. So exactly with that being said, because this time stuff is made up, and it's made up as well as a system in order to control. Because of right now, people, what do? They in order they work to eat. In order they work to eat, they work a 9 to 5. 9 to 5. That's a schedule. That's a schedule. That's when I got you doing something. I got you on your time frame. And really, the people don't recognize it's just time, slime, or whatever. No. Time. This is a game of war. That is a game of war. If I got you on my time, if I got you on your time frame, I control your thinking.
Everything. You're a slave if you don't control your own time, your own being, your own movements. You a slave. Period.
Yeah, just like that brown woman said right there. I'm gonna touch on that. She said, "Cause you a slave." And a slave is not us. I'm gonna say that. Don't ever hear nobody try to say we slaves. The etymology of the word slave is Slavic. Slavic pertains to European regions such as Russia and other examples like that. So if you don't pertain to any of those regions, you cannot be a slave. We were not slaves. At the most, we were indentured servants, and that is something different. Okay, so there's no slavery whatsoever. And I just wanted to say that. And also, as far as back on with this time thing, this time thing, like I was saying, it's all made up, and this is a part of the warfare because this is a part of the control of your mind. Because if you can't control your mind, you can't control anything. You steady worried about other things that do not matter. And this is why people just worrying to get to Friday, to hang around and chill. There are other big things that have to get done and whatnot. But this is a whole miscellaneous topic in order to keep us distracted. So I think we need to go back to the ways of nature and simply just go by the sun. Go by the sun. When I say go by the sun, literally go by the sun. Stand out. Look at the sun. Go out and be in nature. But people are so scared of nature and whatnot. If you scared of nature, I'm telling you like this, you scared of your motherfucking self.
That's right.
Because you're the only person out here who does not need sunscreen. That's
a fact, God. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right. You're the only person who don't have a suntan and bill lotion at the end of the month. Okay. So recognize that. And that just goes to show you too. They keep trying to call you a foreigner and whatnot, but all these other foreigners, especially the pale ones, they the ones that have to use sunscreen. And I'm talking about you mongoloids too, you motherfucking chinky eyes, and you motherfucking Native Americans. Y'all need sunscreen. How are you an original to the land and you can't even stand in the sun?
Facts. Say that, God.
You know what, too? A lot of people just think that it's just the sun. Like it's just the sun. I'm telling you, it's more than the sun. It's nature as a whole, god dang it. And I'm gonna say that because I used to work at Starbucks, pardon me. And when I was there, I was the only brown man at the job. I know, talk about hell. Anyways, so when I was there, there was a pale face, who a co-worker of mine, pretty close. She said to me that, first of all, she was born female, but identified as a male. Anyway, that's a whole nother issue in itself. But it has said to me that it rains 2 days before it rains, it knees ache. Do you know that's pain? That's pain. 2 days before it rains, your knees ache. That's pain. So it has to do along with the atmosphere that they are being affected and they are being destroyed by. And real talk, they dying off at a higher rate than ever before. I'm going to say that. And they keep trying to say that the black people, they 13%. I really think they're in reverse.
The word is mutation.
I think they less than 13%. They really aren't. They really are. They really are my necessary focus. Because I'm gonna say it like this, yo. It's all has to do with propaganda and programming of the mind. This is why they love to put them on commercials. Look at a Nike commercial, the little pale bitch. She just got her lights all sweaty from sweating on the treadmill. They try to put that pale bitch on there to let you into your subconscious mind to let you think that there's more of them. And you so focused on the pale people. What do the pale people think? What do they think? What do they think? F they pale ass, nigga. They dying, bitch. I don't give a frick about their ass, nigga. Because I say that because y'all pale, because y'all black people so scared just to wear your feathers. And we got to get back to this. We got to get back to wearing our feathers. And when I mean that, we got to get back to wear our feathers because that's what our ancestors did. It's too many documentation as far as why with us wearing our feathers for not to mean something. It's our culture. It's our cultural tie, and that's who we are. And I timed that in, and I align that with time, the quote unquote subject of time, because this time stuff does not exist. If it does not exist, we have the same thing recycled. If you look at us, you ever look at a photo of you and say, oh, you look like your grandma, you look like your grandma, you look like your grandma. Do you think that it's just physical attributes that are just connected to you looking like your grandma, or are you of your grandma? You are the ancestors. You better recognize that in time, like I said, time does not exist. You are the ancestors, and time does not.
That's my favorite saying, Healing.
Right, and time does not exist, and you are the ancestors, most definitely. And so, with that being said, it's the same thing going on right now, and we are living it. We are the Americans, and if this be the American continent, because if you ask anybody, they'll tell you what continent. It's the American continent, and you have to be of the land. You are the American, not no Black American. Not no African American, because that don't exist, because it has to do with the land. If you say you're an African American, name a country or continent with the name African-America.
And I keep telling them they're gonna have to know every village, every territory, every little nook and cranny in Africa that they come from. They're gonna have to know that shit.
Right. And you know what? With the word, I said the word African-America because it's connected. It is a word. And you know what? And this has a hyphen. Why does it have a hyphen? What is it? Well, if you just like notice in math, like a hyphen is a subtraction sign. So that means less than. So you have African less than American. They are dissing you.
Facts.
They are dissing you.
Facts.
And they calling you Black Americans. I say you be Black American because that's what the hell be Black means. Black means. Put the hyphen between the B and the L. It is be lack. Look at the definitions of the word black. It is all lacking. It is all negative definitions.
That's right.
So you be
Ellen, you cooking today.
You can't expect because the dumb be lack who said something like has a white person, a so-called white person ever told you you were Indian? No, because you can't expect them to teach you who you are. And that's right. And that's something too that needs to be reiterated on and needs to be echoed. Because if that be the case, tell me why these Black parents, they got their youth, which is the future, being taught by the people that held them captive in their own land.
That part.
Right. What do you expect to get? And when you Negroids come at me and talk about where you can learn this and where you can learn that, motherfrickin' F a school. I don't give a frick about a school. I don't.
Keep them babies home, y'all. Keep them babies home. We started off telling y'all what's going on in them schools. Look it up. I gave y'all the link. I gave y'all it's B23-171. They are going to vaccinate your child whether you're there or not. Keep them children home.
The first schools in this continent were owned by or controlled by foreigners, and the thing is, and the point of it was to strip the American babies. Remember, I said you're American now. Okay, relax. You American babies from their American parents in order to strip them from their culture. That's what their first schools are. That's what these universities and whatnot and what they are and what they represent for now. Okay. I got videos with foreigners and they admitted that I am an American, so-called Indian, and I've got a video from a pale boy who came from Australia, and he was drunk and he was like, "Oh yeah, we already know you guys are the so-called Aboriginals. We already freaking know. They already freaking know. If they don't know, you show them. That's why I said you wear your freaking feathers. All right, you dig what I'm saying?"
Mm-hmm. There should be no melanated woman lining up at no motherfucking Asian person store. But guess what? They do.
And they beat your ass too. And on that fur note too, Like it's fur. It literally comes from fur. It's been tested. They dyed it. It has lice on it. It ticks, and this is why when you put it on your scalp, you're always patting and itching. It's your body having an allergic reaction to it because it does not belong. And there's a reason why. I just spoke to another sister today. She said she used to wear them wigs and whatnot or whatever, and on her head, and she said her hairline it was going back. It was going back.
The thing, not only are their hairline going back, let's go a little deeper.
Listen, wait, I gotta finish this. Her hairline was going back. It's because you gotta realize that you are like when you see grass outside, you put cardboard over it, and then you put some cardboard over it, and then you remove it, and you look at the grass looks a lot weaker because it's dead. Because you gotta realize you are a plant. Your skin is the same color as the soil. Your skin is the same color as the trees, and your hair grows as the trees. That is not an accident.
That's right.
And get rid of that motherfucking weed and wear your afros. And that's afro is a protective style. Okay, you can do cornrows, you can do twists. I've been growing my hair for over 4 years.
This is what I was about to say. What our people are also not understanding the chemicals that it takes to create those wigs and those hairs that our women is putting in our head. That's why we are having problems with fibroids. That shit is creating medical issues. And we wonder why we can't have babies or we having problems getting pregnant. It's because the shit we putting on our crowns.
Boom. And you know what too? There was a black scientist. He was around some pale scientists, and these pale scientists, they came up to him and they said, you know what? Every single black female we've seen, we've noticed that they have like this goo or whatever around their brain, around their cranium, and they just could not define what it was. And you know that black scientist was embarrassed to tell them. Because it was actually they was putting the perms and the relaxers on their freaking scalp. You know that stuff is acidic as hell. You ever had that? I'm glad if you never had it, but it's so acidic. It burns on your scalp, and it's like it gets so tender it can break off in your skin. It's like and I think there's been an example too with so a crusted out, burnt out pot, and they put that perm stuff on it. And it eliminated all the rust. That's how acidic that is. And guess what? You putting that in your freaking scalp. You putting that in your freaking body. You consuming that. Some motherfucking love. Hey, you got your arrow right now. I want you to take your arrow, wind it back, and shoot it at the freaking like button. You see how we do? We coming with the straight power, the right energy, the right vibration. You dig what I'm saying? And also too, and I'm so glad y'all brothers and sisters sit here and pointed out. We need each other, man. We need each other. We sitting here talking about one gender is a guy, one is the guy. Anyways, God, I don't know why the heck God is spelled dog backwards. Anyways. And why the people that love dogs so much, they kind of resemble them and they smell like them, and they smell like them when they get wet. But anyways, all right, that's another subject. Hey,
shout out to Rainstorm.
Right, shout out to Rainstorm, you dig? Shout out to everybody in the chat too, like for real. And I wanted to say like this channel, like this is a powerful build. Can't wait to do it again. And I'm gonna say this is y'all can check out our YouTube channel, Healing Through Inspiration. Got to upload. We literally about to drop right after this, and it's actually about to be a face painting video. It's the last of our fourth part of our face painting. Yeah, American face painting video. We show you a tutorial because a lot of people like this, they like to talk about, we got to do what the ancestors do, but they ain't doing it. And if they doing it, they ain't showing you. We showing you straight up. So we got 4 videos straight back to back. That's showing you how to do American face paint. Real talk, and we got it. So we got.
Well, I'm gonna be watching that. I gotta see how because I gotta do my.
And
face
what's this on? What is this gonna be on?
This is on our YouTube channel, Healing Through Inspiration. I'm in the chat.
Awesome. Follow right now.
The brother said why he consumes milk. It really messes up his stomach is because one, you got. And with that being said, you got to think why doesn't any other animal get its milk from another animal? But yet we want to go get our milk from another animal and then call it protein.
That's right.
That don't make a bit of sense. And you know what, too? And anytime I ask somebody what is protein, they say, oh, well, it's for this, it was for that. Well, no, that's not what it. I ask what it is. What is protein? They can't ever tell you. All these man-made names that don't mean anything and don't have any real reasoning. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a health coach and I care about our people's health. And this is why we created a website, Healing Through Inspiration, and it's free content. Yes, I said free content. Whatever it is you need on there, we got content as far as pertaining to our culture. You got people who you want to reverse your cancer, you want to reverse your diabetes, you want to reverse heart disease, you want to learn how to quit smoking, you want to learn how to reverse quitting drinking alcoholism, because the firewater, that is a big issue. What is it? You want to learn why you should become an entrepreneur, start a business, you want to see some artwork, some cultural artwork, we have it on there, and I said it's free. And we also do have a bit awesome stuff like our artwork and our apparel on the shop page as well. And also, like I said, I'm a health coach. I do offer consultations, so you can book a consultation with me, and you can just email me at info@healingthroughinspiration.com, or you can just DM us on Instagram at Healing Through Inspiration, same as our YouTube channel. I know I've been talking for a bit, but I had to get it off because I guess I was the last to join. But I'm gonna pass it up.